I'm Dwight Drummond. Tonight, investigators have identified the remains of Candice Fitzpatrick 14 years after the Oshawa teen vanished.
I can confirm today that the remains found last November are those of Candice Fitzpatrick.
You know, I feel guilty for being happy, but today Candice comes home.
Tonight, there is finally closure for Fitzpatrick's loved ones. Details on how the man convicted in her death led investigators to the remains. Plus, police in Ottawa start handing out notices for protesters to leave immediately. So far, the demonstrators aren't going anywhere. And
we're calling on the creation of publicly funded integrated ambulatory centers to reduce wait times for surgeries and procedures.
A call from the Ontario Medical Association for a new model of healthcare centers to tackle the massive surgery backlog caused by the pandemic. 14 years after she went missing, Durham police confirmed today that Candice Fitzpatrick's remains have been found. The teenager was killed by Adam Strong over a decade ago in Oshawa. He was also convicted for the murder of Rory Hache. As Talia Ricci reports, police say they hope bringing this part of the investigation to a close brings the family and community some relief.
I can confirm today that the remains found last November are those of Candice Fitzpatrick.
Candice Fitzpatrick's killer will remain in prison for the rest of his life. But the mother of Adam Strong's other victim, Rory Hache, says today's news brings a different kind of relief for Fitzpatrick's family.
They have closure now. 1% of doubt is all it takes to really turn a person inside out when you're missing your child.
Adam Strong told prison staff about the location of Fitzpatrick's remains. Investigators say he tried to negotiate with them, but they didn't give Strong any compensation or privileges. Police say the convicted killer led them to the green space in Oshawa anyway, where the remains were found back in November.
Mr. Strong accompanied our investigators while he was in custody under judicial authorization and pointed to a general area where he believed he had buried the remains back in 2008.
The two women disappeared roughly a decade apart. Fitzpatrick was last seen in 2008, while Hache, who was 18 and pregnant, went missing in August 2017. Hache's torso was found in Lake Ontario about a month after she vanished. Court heard that police found Fitzpatrick's DNA in Strong's basement, including on a hunting knife. Last May, Strong was convicted of first-degree murder in the death of Hache and manslaughter in the death of Fitzpatrick.
We cannot upgrade charges post-conviction, and at this time we're not looking to lay any additional charges. The purpose of this operation was really, like I said, to provide the closure, get the body of Candice Fitzpatrick back to the family members.
I feel guilty for being happy, but today Candice comes home.
Fitzpatrick's father, Bill, didn't speak to CBC News today. In a victim impact statement last year, he told the court that he scoured the streets of Oshawa and other cities after his daughter vanished, and shared this on the day Strong was sentenced.
People use the word closure. It's not even a word to me. Closure, you don't get closure. This will be in my life for the rest of my life till I die.
Talia Ricci, CBC News, Toronto.
Police say a TTC bus driver was stabbed in the torso and shoulder following a fare dispute with several young people.
Happened just outside the bus between the driver and 4 to 5 suspects. The individual who committed the stabbing is a young male, approximately 16 to 17 years old, male black with a dark complexion, wearing dark clothing, and his hair was in braids.
It happened on Keele Street between Lawrence and Eglinton around 1 this afternoon. The bus driver in his early 50s was taken to hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. This comes just a week after another TTC employee was stabbed at DuPont subway station. The victim there, a 46-year-old man, has since been released from hospital. It's the 20th day of the protest convoy in Ottawa, and police have started a new round of enforcement. Operating under the Power of the Emergencies Act, they began giving notice to the protesters that it is illegal and demonstrators must leave. At the same time, the opposition began pushing back against the implementation of the act. Rafi Boujakanian now with the details.
Another day, another warning. Police telling protesters yet again it's time to pack up, to so far limited success.
It's a weakness. It's a sign of weakness. Once the government loses control, once you start dividing people and bullying them and labeling them, it's a show of lost control.
No, it will not make me leave. No, I'm a Canadian citizen. I have a right. Our freedoms are being infringed upon. This has to stop. And the mandates have to stop.
All this as parties draw battle lines about supporting the newly invoked Emergencies Act.
I want to remind the honourable members that shouting names at each other is not the way this place works.
The Conservatives will offer no support.
In 2020, when anti-energy protesters were blocking vital transportation, ships were backed up in ports and trains were stopped. The Prime Minister didn't stop them. In fact, he actually sent a government delegation to meet with them. But now that the protests are about something that he disagrees with, he uses inflammatory language, hurls personal attacks, and makes a massive power grab.
The Emergencies Act forces financial institutions to freeze the assets of not just truck drivers, but anyone participating in the protest. Officers can stop any minors from taking part, and tow truck operators have to comply with orders to remove trucks or face fines or arrest. Today, the government was at pains to point out this is all necessary.
What their scope is and what their intent is. You know, and I've spent many years investigating organized crime, and I'll tell you, one of the ways in which we really determined the nature of the threat and its motivation was to follow the money. And unfortunately, for these protests and these blockades, these illegal blockades, law enforcement did not have the tools they required to follow the money. And it's also important that the money be in jeopardy.
The partisan bickering over the act may well be moot. It's in place right now, before any debate in either the Commons or the Senate. The remaining question, how quickly will it be enforced? Rafi Wujikanian, CBC News, Ottawa.
Over in Manitoba, the border protest in Emerson has come to an end. The RCMP say peaceful negotiations led to an agreement and the demonstrators have left.
We just want to get back to business and try to get back to normal around here. Like we have a great relationship with our friends and neighbors across the lines here, and we look forward to being able to see them again, visit with them, and do business with them.
Police began escorting the remaining protesters away from blockades earlier today. The demonstrators had closed the border between Manitoba and North Dakota since February 10th. Police say they agreed there would be no arrest if the blockade ended. It's estimated $73 million in trade passes through the Emerson border crossing every day. Want to start singing The Heat is On? Colette, a record day out there today.
Yeah, that's right. New record at Pearson because we got to double digits, up to 10 degrees, the old record. Yeah, it was just under 8 degrees set back in 1999. And by the way, the hot spot in Ontario and Canada, how about Collingwood at 11.2? So this has been the portion of this system, actually two systems that are moving through where you get to enjoy it a little bit because of the warmth and we don't have the precipitation yet. But things are going to be changing very dramatically. So winds have already been strong. They'll be picking up further. But those are a look at our daytime highs, and here's a look at the current temperatures, still very mild. We haven't seen readings in those double digits for Toronto since back in 2021. They're mid-December. Current wind gusts, we do have some stronger winds you're seeing here over 60 kilometers an hour up towards the Bruce Peninsula, over towards Kingston as well. But still, those will become stronger as the system moves through, and then eventually the winds change direction, gusty again, and then falling temperatures. We've got some time until that happens. Special weather statement, though, throughout the area, and this because of so many different types of conditions that we'll be experiencing. There's the rainfall that's going to be moving in. Some areas where it'll be heavier, there's a rainfall warning. There will be a flooding risk, but 20 to 30 millimeters of rain there. Rainfall warning towards Kingston as well. We do have winter storm warning southwestern Ontario because mixed in there some freezing rain and ice accretion is possible there, 3 to 5 millimeters. Although I'm seeing areas like Niagara and again into eastern Ontario, Kingston through Prince Edward County where you also could see significant amounts. And then how about Toronto being into the snowfall warning, 10 to 20 centimeters. What's really important to note is just because certain areas are in these warnings, that's just because of the criteria. It doesn't mean you won't be experiencing the conditions. So we're looking at a period where we could get very slick roadways and freezing rain or ice pellets into the GTA as well. A look at the system as it's coming in. So just rain showers developing this evening. In the overnight hours, we get into periods of heavier rain lingering into tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow, those winds start to change direction, and the temperature begins to fall. As it falls off, we get into the mix, and then we get into that snowfall through tomorrow evening and into the overnight, ending early Friday morning. Rainfall amounts, you can see some of the readings here. Many areas 20 to 30 millimeters. Ice accretion, not just southwestern Ontario, but you see it there. The Niagara region, eastern Ontario, heavier amounts. And how about snowfall starting kind of that turnover around midday tomorrow? And that's where we get into a situation like this, where in many cases 20 centimeters possible. We could even be seeing close to that for the GTA.
And we thought we were almost all done with it.
No, not at all. This one comes with everything.
Thank you, Colette.
You're welcome.
Ontario Medical Association has a plan to help cut the backlog of more than 1 million surgeries. They want to create separate publicly funded clinics for less complex procedures. Lorena Redekop has more on the idea and the reaction.
Hospitals were already dealing with overcapacity, hallway medicine, and surgery backlogs before the pandemic. The chief of surgery at St. Joseph's Hospital in Toronto says their backlog grew to 3,000 by last June.
So we opened an extra operating room. We extended our operating room days. And despite all of these measures and getting our number of cases up to 110%, we hardly made a dent on our wait list. By December of this past year,
the Ontario Medical Association is calling for a more drastic change. Its new report makes the case for separate clinics for some surgeries funded by government.
We would ease the pressure on overburdened hospitals and enhance hospitals' capacity to deliver more complex, acute, and emergency care.
The OMA says this could take up to 8 years to put in place.
The need is now. And where do they think they're going to get the staff to staff these new clinics? We cannot open up the ORs we have now, hence why we have the backlog.
The nurses' union also worries it'll lead to private health care. There is one public, not-for-profit example of what the doctors want.
We act as an extension of St. Mike's operating room in a non-hospital facility.
The Kensington Clinic has capacity for up to 80 cataract surgeries a day and up to 40 colonoscopies, simple procedures out of hospital.
We focus on a very narrow band, and because we're very focused, we get really good at it. So the speed between procedures for cataracts, for example, is 7 minutes and 41 seconds pre-pandemic. The room's turned over.
He says they've never worked at full capacity because of a lack of funding. As for the proposal for more of these clinics, the health ministry pointed to ambulatory surgery options already in place and says it continues to review ways to use more of these models to help create more capacity. Lorena Redekop, CBC News, Toronto.
Being fully vaccinated in Ontario is supposed to mean you're able to still go to a yoga class, eat in a restaurant, or catch a game. However, there are thousands who have all their shots, but they're still being turned away. As Angelina King explains, it all comes down to a continuing backlog of people trying to get a QR code.
Even after things opened back up in Ontario earlier this year, Sarah Reed has mainly been stuck at home. She's fully vaccinated with a booster shot, but she still can't eat in a restaurant or go to the gym. She's tried and has been turned away.
Because I didn't have the correct QR code. It's just frustrating.
Reed has spent hours trying to get her Ontario QR code. She got her first 2 doses in Newfoundland and Labrador. Because she had a Nova Scotia health card, she couldn't get a QR code there. Then she got her booster in Toronto after she moved here in the fall for work. At the beginning of the year, Ontario implemented the QR code system for businesses to verify customers' vaccination status. Reed has been waiting more than a month for hers to be updated.
I just want to get outside and be with friends and family and be able to enjoy those things that we've missed for so long.
There are thousands of people in Toronto in a similar situation. According to Toronto Public Health, more than 9,000 people who got their shots outside of Ontario are waiting for their vaccinations to be processed here.
It's absolutely absurd that people are just mired in bureaucracy.
Bioethicist Carrie Bowman says the red tape is a violation of people's rights.
These stories and these realities, they erode public trust at a time where we really need public trust in the system.
TPH says demand is high. Since June, it's received more than 124,000 requests and has processed more than 90% of them. It says it's hiring more staff to help reduce wait times. The typical wait time is 3 to 4 weeks, but it can be longer. Reed is now into her 5th week of waiting and says she was told it might be another 3 weeks.
It's tough mentally, especially in the wintertime.
Fortunately for her, the province is set to drop its vaccine passport system before then, on March 1st. But for Reed, until then, it's more walks instead of gym workouts and takeout rather than indoor dining with friends. Angelina King, CBC News, Toronto.
The Ford government will not meet an election promise to cut hydro bills by 12%. That's according to the province's Financial Accountability Office. The FAO releasing a new report today. It shows that from 2018 to 2021, the average bill increased by just over 4%. The report says bills will continue to go up by 2% per year. During the election campaign, the Ontario PC party said it would cut rates by 12% from 2018 levels. The government denies it broke its promise, saying rates are on track to be 12% lower than they were projected to be under the Liberals' Fair Hydro plan. Still ahead, we'll introduce you to a Toronto figure skater that's taking the ice in Beijing on Friday.
I hope that there are some young girls that will try and say, I can do better than that, and that's what keeps me going.
We'll tell you more about Vanessa James and the responsibility she carries by being the only black figure skater competing at the Olympics. City of Toronto recreation programs are returning.
We are bringing back a full suite of programs, workshops, activities for spring that will be available across the city. More than 8,400 registered courses with approximately 68,000 spaces will be offered, including arts, fitness and wellness, general interest, sports, and swimming.
Registration begins Saturday, March 5th for residents of Etobicoke, York, and Scarborough. Residents of North York, Toronto, and East York will be able to register starting March 7th. For parents, the return of the city program is welcome news.
I think that the start of these programs are going to be really essential for families like mine. I have 2 very small kids. They're 2.5 and 6. They have a lot of energy and they need to be outside or at a different place running around, doing things to burn off that energy. And it's been very, very difficult not having places to go.
Also announced today a reopening of city buildings and a phased return of office staff. The plan includes universal mask wearing, enhanced cleaning and ventilation of buildings, and mandatory COVID-19 vaccination of all City of Toronto staff.